Speaking of places where creatures express themselves...
Don't complain, it's a free video, just hear me out. Squarespace is a super cool platform that lets you put whatever the heck you want on your own website, and they're sponsoring this video. Guys, go to squarespace.com/runesmith. It's as easy as the 1, 2, 3s and the ABCs when it comes to personalizing your own website, just like I did here. Don't you hate it when your cell phone updates and then it's suddenly slower than Runesmith's brain cells? They've trapped me in here. Well, I have good news for you, because Squarespace doesn't do that. At all. No updates. What you see is always what you're gonna get. No confusion. You can use it for just about any reason, ranging from a market shop to sell your custom minis, toe pictures, or your opinions on cheese. There's a free trial and you get 10% off your first purchase if you use my
vanity wink.
Captive Spirit, tell them what it is again. Oh yeah, that was squarespace.com/runesmith. Alright, I'm gonna go eat that thing, so watch the video. Here's my mission statement with this video. Monster lairs are as cool as confetti cake when you're 6, and we're not allowed to use them enough. Okay, let's actually get started. So there are these types of monsters that are a little stronger than others that get this super exclusive title of legendary. Legendary monsters can suck my butt gas. In their defense, I think legendary actions are an amazing tool when fighting a big-ass party, because they don't get body slammed by turn economy. But they're restricted to either high-level monsters or unicorns. That and legendary resistance are my two gripes. They have a proprietary ability that you can't use anywhere else, and they disable spellcasters in probably the least fun way. Just imagine like, alright, I'm gonna try and banish that dragon. This is my last spell slot, and we need just a few rounds to recover from that breath weapon.
He uses his legendary resistance, and you auto-fail.
Oh, okay, I'll just go fuck myself.
Yeah, please do.
And they're the only beefcakes who are allowed actually cool lairs. I think a lot more monsters should have active lairs. Let's look at some existing ones to get inspired, then I'll roll on some random table I come up with for a couple monsters and try to give them lairs. We'll start with beholders. They take the most time to make their domain perfect, but their alien nature passively warps it around. That's so fucking cool! Generally, they pick isolated locations like underground caves, the sea temples in Minecraft, and volcanoes. Now, most magical lairs have regional effects, which are all amazing for narrative DMs. For beholders, people get scopisthesia, or they always feel like somebody's watching them. But when the beholder is sleeping, everything within a mile radius just gets weird. Paintings and statues start to warp, slime coats random shit, trinkets and goods appear and disappear, just awesome stuff that can start an investigation. But the exclusive content in legendary lairs are lair actions. This is going to be the focal point when we make our own lairs. These actions are dangerous little events that occur once per round at initiative 20. They can be invoked intentionally or passively, or even by some resident servants running through the walls. For beholders, like most creatures, they get 3 variants. The first, Nickelodeon slime, soaks into the floor and makes moving around hard for everyone but the beholder. For the second, just like in a damn horror film, acid trip arms just jut out of the walls and start to grab people. And the third, a big ass eye shows up on any surface and stares someone down with a bonus eye ray. If you think random weird magic shit shooting out of the wall during a fight doesn't make for an amazing combat, you can kindly commit Heart Not Move. But if you want a more evil and ominous lair, consider black dragons. They chill in nasty-ass swamps, exclusively. But their aura effects makes the swamp so much more disgusting and ominous. I love it. Not just 1 mile, but a 6-mile radius around the lair is difficult terrain due to several factors. Thick, spiny overgrowth, twisted thorns, deep swamp water that smells like dick cheese, and a thin layer of fog. If you're near the lair, and you drink the water for some reason, you get GERD faster than you can crap out a chicken McNugget. But when you reach the field of pickled bodies and find that dragon, the lair can do any of the following area events. The stinky poo-poo water reaches out and literally grabs people, a massive swarm of mosquitoes shows up and shreds your skin like razors, or an unnatural darkness consumes you before the dragon does the same with a sneak attack. Latent magic is incredibly awesome, and I get why legendary creatures have the environment itself help them, but I think we can be a bit more creative and apply this stuff to just about anything. I'm gonna waste some time counting, and picking anything between CR 1 through 4 for something in the official books, and run through D&D Beyond. Okay, so I got an AZER and a HIPPOGRIFF. This was a horrible idea. Okay, So AZER are half-construct, half-elemental mockeries of dwarves who hate the big red Oni men. Their environment actually gives us some stuff to work with, as they all dwell in the elemental plane of Earthfire, or the Fountains of Creation. We don't get inherent regional effects, but the terrain itself is interesting enough. Within at least a mile of an AZER outpost, the following things might stand out. A lack of other malicious natives, or potentially even corpses of salamanders that were slain during skirmishes. Sudden uniform caves with unnatural lava flow, or a distinct lack of gemstones. And lastly, closer by you might find a system of minecarts and rails. In the center of all this, you find the outpost, a large area with solid defenses and immaculate forges. Let's think up a few things this lair might do when you're storming the outpost. As beings of living fire, we'll allow them some local attunement. So firstly, we'll have lava geysers. They could either go off unprovoked or commanded by the resident general. Maybe brewing inside a forge could be an unborn AZER that can be brought to life as a one-time use lair action. Or to throw in a third option, considering their artisanal reputation, some brass contraptions might fire flaming arrows with a command word, a pressure plate, or even on a timer every, 1d4 rounds. There, we have a unique encounter with a mixed bag of events that isn't just whack 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 dead. Hippogriff's gonna be a bit harder, as they're mindless and weak as heck. I basically have to give a horse lair actions. They reside in grasslands or mountains, so we'll put them in a rocky hill zone. The surrounding area might hint at their nature, with things like the blood splatters of dropped animals or large patches of heavy-set hoofs and claw prints, with no trails leading to or from them. And that's it. It's a damn horse eagle, what do you want from me? At the lair itself, a place you actually don't really want to be, you'll find a huge nest made from bones and dry vegetation. With live-born young to protect, a hippogriff is more dangerous here than anywhere else. Hey. They mate for life, so I'd allow a one-time lair action for maybe a second hippogriff to show up. A couple other options would maybe be something like rock slides, which risk steep falls from the party, and even dead falls if you land below one. Or you could also consider action surges when someone gets within 5 feet of one of the young. That's pretty much all I got. I'd love to see some more ideas in the comments. My conclusion here is that adding some local complications during any combat is a hell of a lot cooler than simply fighting to the death using math. Goodbye.